Good evening. Please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem, followed by the Peters Township alma mater, sung by graduates Pam Altman, Rachel Aron, Colin Brow, Sarah Camano, Patricia Cavallo, Nick Chapman, Leah Chappell, Sienna D'Alessandro, Emily Dembrack, Lauren DeCello, Mallory Duane, Jacob Dumas, Corey Ensley, J.P. Held, Zachary Jones, Soraya Cronenwetter, Sabrina Liu, Charlie Myers, Catherine Michalski, Kaylee Morrow, Krista Mortland, Zachary Rothar, Sierra Scutella, Peter Solinsky, Melanie Stevens, Lauren Tamilia, Nicole Wall, Emily Watterson, Aaron Whipperman, Gabrielle Zachariah, and Anna Zuluaga, led by Mr. Milt Barney.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. As friends united, here we sing to Peters Township high. Through honor, love, and loyalty, our pride will never die. Memories of the red and white are in our hearts with you. Peters High, our alma mater, ever faithful and always true.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and honored guests. On behalf of the Peters Township School District Administration and Board of Directors, it is my sincere honor to welcome you to the 2016 Peters Township High School Commencement Ceremony. I especially want to take a moment to welcome our most distinguished guests, the parents and families of these accomplished young men and women seated before me today. Each graduate's diploma is a testament to the immeasurable support you have provided them. So tonight is also your celebration. A very special welcome also goes out to the teachers, counselors, and principals from all of the Peters Township schools for not only participating in this ceremony, but more importantly, for contributing to the success of each and every one of the graduates here tonight. Joining me on stage is the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Janine French, and the School Board of Directors. Please know that it is because of your leadership that we celebrate the graduation of these 366 students today. Before I introduce our first speaker, I would like to take a moment to recognize those individuals who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to guarantee that tonight runs smoothly. Our media and tech teams, including our partners at Channel 7, the secretarial, maintenance, and custodial staffs, high school administrative team, the high school guidance counselors, who ensured that each student made it to today. Many, many, many thank yous. At this time, please join me in welcoming our senior class president, Samuel Lindsay, to the stage for the presentation of the class of 1966.
Hello, everybody. So I'm not a big fan of cliches, and one of the biggest just happens to be taking a selfie at graduation, but it has to be done, so we're gonna get it out of the way now. So everybody smile pretty and say cheese, because here we go. Some of you blinked. I'm gonna put that one on Instagram later. Probably gonna use some hashtags like hashtag class of 2016 graduation. Hashtag we love the class of 66. So today, I want to pay tribute to the class of 1966 and say thank you to these men and women, along with reflecting on the class of 2016's time here at PTHS. You see, we have living proof with us here today that life goes on after high school. It really does. And the story that currently makes up the entirety of our lives will slowly become just a small portion of our greater tale. They grew up in a time without cell phones. We use this resource every day to connect with our friends, help us with our homework, and learn about things that are happening in our world, as well as to procrastinate important things like writing a speech for graduation. Although 50 years separates our two classes, the cell phone represents a connection between us. Our need for communication, this tassel is right in my way. Our need for communication has not changed in the last 50 years, and our need to access information has not changed in the last 50 years. But our ability to access that information definitely has. The class of 1966 would have been able to make great use of the technology that we have now to participate in the events of their time. We kind of use Instagram and Facebook and Twitter now, and I know they couldn't use hashtags back in the day, but if they could have, they would have said things like hashtag the Beatles rock and hashtag we can work it out. Just like them, we've had many firsts. They had a first day of kindergarten. They had a first day of elementary school. They had a first day of middle school, and if you can believe it, they even had a first day of high school. They experienced their first high school football game together. So did we, Rowdy Red. We all remember our first dance at the end of 8th grade. While we were all trying to Dougie, they were doing the twist. Hashtag let Peters twist. Just like us, and just like them, all of our firsts have led up to one all-important last. The last time that all of us will be gathered together today here at our hashtag class of 2016 graduation. Even though we are 50 years separated, they share the same optimism and need to communicate with each other. They've been around long enough to see the impact of our nation's intuition and ingenuity on how our society operates. We now live in a time where we can communicate with anybody no matter who they are, where they are, or what time of the day it is. The members of the class of 1966 deserve a round of applause. However, I must ask that you do refrain from applauding until the last name is announced. Thanks, everybody. Dennis B. Ardinger. Bruce Boland. Margaret Burke Tilton. Sandra Butterworth Altman. Suzanne Clutter Evans. Joyce DeVore Bailey. Beverly Greenwood Jackson. Margaret Hamilton Kravchuk. George E. Harrington. Jane Jeffers. Frank Jury. Mary Grace Krebs Shop. Linda Lash Puhala. Michael Loomis. Mary Ann Mardick Roscoe. Patricia Moore Brown. Kathleen Odell Sneed. Colleen Shaughnessy McKenna. Bill Smith. Stephen N. Stitzer. Dave Sarl. Sharon Wagstaff Cocklick. Patricia Ann Willoughby Lennock. Wilma Withers Cooper. Thank you, class of 1966. So this graduation is not just about the men and women of the class of 1966, and nor is it just about us here in the class of 2016. This ceremony is an opportunity for all of us here to thank all of you for the countless hours you've spent raising us as a collective community. It is important to say thank you, to take a moment to express to a loved one. Just a moment works. Just tell them how much their support has meant to you. Just like the members of the class of 1966 would have done, I am going to pick up my dang phone and make a phone call to make one of these thank yous possible. So even though I am going to call my mother right now, I do hope that I am able to do justice to all of the thank yous that need to be said in the near future. I would like to extend this thank you to everyone who has helped all of us get to this moment. Gotta get my phone now. It's ringing. Hi, Mom. Thank you for all that you have done. Seriously, thank you. My last 18 years of life wouldn't have led me anywhere near where I am now without you. Thank you for all the late nights you spent helping me work on projects, prepare for tests, and deal with crushes and friends. Thank you for helping me make good decisions and for helping me understand why some of my own weren't the best. Thank you for all the weekends you sacrificed to watch me chase a soccer ball around on the grasshopper field and to help me practice baseball and basketball, and by somehow helping me realize that I'm no good at either baseball or basketball. It's impossible, it really is, for me to fathom the lengths to which you would have gone to put a smile on my face. So thank you, Mom, from the deepest recesses of my sometimes unappreciative and disrespectful self. I love you. We must say thank you to the class of 1966 and to everyone else here for teaching us, the class of 2016, that it's important to make a point to pick up the phone and call your parents and those who've helped you get to where you are today. Because without them, we truly would not have been able to accomplish the things that we have. And we surely wouldn't be able to go on to accomplish what we will. That is all.
Thank you so much, Sam. He raised the bar really high, gentlemen, for that phone call. Now we will hear from our senior speaker, Sebastian Yaka.
Hello. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life. It means forever, and that's a mighty long time. In case you didn't know, that's a quote from Prince. And if you don't know who Prince is, just ask your parents, I'm sure they'll know. First, I'd like to thank everyone who made it out today to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2016. Especially, I would like to recognize the students, parents, teachers, and faculty who brought this entire event together. This is a big day in the history of all of our lives. All right, I'm going to say 3 numbers during this speech. Hopefully one of them will stick. It's encouraged to play in the audience and try and guess what they represent. If you go 3 for 3, then I will promise there will be, and I quote from Mr. Lacey, valuable points and prizes. The numbers are 370, 24, and my favorite number, 4,672. I repeat, 370, 24, and of course, 4,672. The number 370 is the easiest one to guess. Obviously, there are 370 members of the class of 2016. 371 if you count DJ Varun Sharma, Never Forget. That's a lot of people. Here's my question to my fellow classmates. Out of the 370, how many do you know of as of this moment? Follow-up questions. How many are your friends, your family, your teammates? How many are your enemies, ex-girlfriends, your opponents? Life is like a book. We're all embarking and writing a new chapter of our stories. Some characters, good and bad, might stick around to the end of the novel. Other characters, also good and bad, might fade out of the plot and continue their own stories elsewhere. The one thing that we are certain about the future is that the future is filled with uncertainty. I heavily encourage everyone to bury the hatchet with enemies and revitalize their companionships with friends. The story is a lot more enjoyable with people, and the more people, the merrier. On to the number 24. Parents. Remember when we were small, shy, and couldn't cross the roads by ourselves? Now look at us. We're strong, devilishly handsome, tall, independent, educated, and devilishly handsome. These types of changes do not happen overnight. The number 24 represents the number of hours required per day to be a parent. And in my opinion, that's an understatement. For all of your hard work and dedication for the future success of our lives, I think I can speak for all the seniors and say, thank you. We are so grateful for all that you have done. Thank you. We're so grateful. This brings me to my final number, also the largest, 4,672. Is this the amount of hours of sleep and enjoyment we miss from hours of homework brought upon us from our lovely teachers? No, that number is actually 4,673. But who's counting, right? 4,672 is the exact number of days it's been since the class of 2016's first day of school at kindergarten, August 26th, 2003. And if you didn't go to Peters all your life, don't worry, I'm sure the number isn't that much different. But holy cow, 4,672 days of growing up. In that time, we've prospered, failed, loved, hated, gained, lost, performed multiple mischievous acts, and made the world a much better place. We've all had different experiences, different memories, different lives. Each of us has a unique, serious story, a hilarious joke, and maybe even a dirty secret. But there's one thing that unites us all. As a wise Canadian poet once said, "Started from the bottom, now we here." We here, PTHS, the staircase of life had 4,672 steps on it, and we climbed every single one of those steps. Now, no one knows what's going to happen on the next staircase. There will be sections of the next staircase that will scare you. The floorboards are creaking, the wallpaper's peeling off, there are cicadas everywhere. And there will be sections of the staircase that you wish you could stay forever at. But it is our duty and our destiny to take upon this staircase no matter what the conditions are, step by step, day by day. Thanks for all the memories, class of 2016, and I wish all of us luck in our futures.
Thank you, Sebastian. This is always a difficult time in the program for me. It's my opportunity to talk to the class of 2016. And I've talked to them a lot over the last couple of days. I know they will concur. So I thought long and hard about the message I wanted to impart on them today. And so here goes. 4 years ago, these 366 students timidly entered Peters Township High School. Today, these students sit before me ready to graduate, having collectively earned somewhere around 11,346 high school credits, give or take a few. That's enough for 436 graduates. They did pretty well. Class of 2016, you certainly are no longer timid. And at times, I've actually thought some of you were superhuman. You must not sleep. Your schedules are jam-packed. You have rigorous classes, tons of extracurricular activities, lots of athletics, jobs, service activities, and of course, lots of social time. That must be included. And you all, one thing I know about you, you're all very different. But there is something that connects all of you. One thing I've noticed across the entire class that is a common theme. This class has immeasurable talent and passion. It's different for each of you, but you all share it. And that's unique. Among you are musicians and artists, actors and singers, athletes and leaders. In the future, you will be pilots, doctors, engineers, teachers, lawyers, entrepreneurs, and a wealth of jobs I haven't even thought of yet, maybe aren't even created yet. You will be successful. Of this, I am certain. So I wanted to really think about what could I talk to you about? Because I know you already know everything. You've told me that a couple of times. So I wanted to take a moment to focus a little bit on something else. I want to talk to you about you as future husbands and wives, parents and friends, colleagues, you as people in the future. Have you thought about what success looks like there Have you imagined your life in the future? My father told me when I left for college that he and my mother had done all they could to raise me at this point, and now it was up to me. He hoped I would make good decisions. No pressure. It was a lot for me to kind of take in at 18. But I realized what he meant was that life over the next 4 years was going to present a lot of new challenges that were going to define who I was as a person. And it did, for sure it did. And it will for you too. My dad was an interesting character. He was not a man that was easily impressed by much. He judged you by your handshake. He judged you by whether or not you looked him in the eye when you talked to him, whether you had integrity, and probably your ability to talk about baseball. My father was an amazing baseball player in high school. All I heard growing up from his brothers was, he should have played in the majors. I heard it a lot. Had he been part of this graduating class, that probably would have been his talent and his passion, baseball. He might have joined the ranks of the 31 students in this graduating class who signed on to play college sports. But circumstances beyond his control caused him to drop out of high school at 18 and join the Army. There he learned a trade that would become his life's work. My dad never said he wished his life would be different, or he wished he would have the same opportunities that other kids had. He certainly had more struggles than most, but that is the hand that life dealt him. All he ever said about it was he wanted to make sure life was better for his children. He wanted us to value education, hard work, and most of all, people. My father passed away this year, and I was really amazed at the number of people who approached me at his funeral to tell me how much my father had impacted their lives. Some of these people I knew, many I did not. These were people young and old. And no one spoke of my dad's passion, no one spoke of his talent, no one talked about baseball, no one talked of his high school years, his years in the Army, or the many years of work. People remembered him as a volunteer fireman, as a member of the American Legion Honor Guard. They remember him as a friend. He mentored many and made great friends in the process. They remembered the times he invited them to join us for dinner or for family gatherings, or the times he made them laugh when they needed it most, or reminded them that things would be okay when they had a problem. He had an innate ability to always know that things would work out. He was a good friend, and he had a big heart. He was a good man. From him, and from this loss this year, I've come to realize that it is the person we become that matters most, not just what we do and what we accomplish. So graduates, as I leave you today with your incredible talent and passion, remember that the future is about identifying who you are as a person, not just what you do and what you have done. So class of 2016, I want to first thank you for letting me be a part of your journey during these past 4 years. And for the future, I wish you to savor every success, but most importantly, be true to yourself, always stay optimistic, and for the most part, be good people. Congratulations. Please welcome Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Janine French.
Good evening. I'd like to begin today with an apology and a thank you. I'd like to apologize first for my part in a disruption to your senior year, and I'd like to thank you for handling it with a grace and maturity beyond your years. Thank you. And now this day is finally here, this day that you've been waiting for. Graduation is certainly a time of great celebration and joy. For me, it is also a time of reflection and a bit of worry. I question, have we done enough? Have we done enough to prepare you for what comes next? This is a particularly important question in light of all that is going on in the world around us. Not one of us can escape the daily news of war, terror, suffering, horrific acts against this earth and humanity. You bring me hope, though. I look out at you and think of all that you have already accomplished in your young lives and of all that you are capable. I know that you will continue to bring joy to those in despair, comfort to those who suffer, and friendship to the lonely. I know that you will work hard to right wrongs and to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. It is time for you to go and do good with the talents that you have been given. We are counting on you to create tomorrows that are better than every today. The world beckons, and we are sending them our very best. Congratulations.
Please welcome School Board President, Mr. Thomas McMurray, to introduce our teacher speaker.
Thank you and good evening. On behalf of the Peters Township School Board, welcome and congratulations to the graduating members of the class of 2016. We wish you good luck, we wish you good laughs, good health, good choices, and much happiness and success. The members of the class of 2016 were asked to consider a faculty member that they liked, admired, respected, and in their eyes made a difference in their high school career. And then later on, select that person to offer words of wisdom tonight as they embark on their life's adventure. Their choice is our next speaker. Kevin Lawrence became a teacher at Peters Township High School 7 years ago. This was following his graduation from St. Vincent College. He has taught philosophy, leadership and government, and currently teaches AP European History and Western Civilization. Mr. Lawrence grew up in Maryland and dreamed of becoming a history teacher since he was in the 4th grade. He currently lives in Peters Township with his wife Sarah and 2 children, Benedict and Charles. Please welcome Kevin Lawrence.
Thank you, Mr. McMurray, and all the honored guests that are sitting up here with me. Thank you, Mrs. Pavlik, for conducting yet another wonderful ceremony. It's always a special thank you that needs to go out to the administrative staff and the custodians, led by Ms. Judy Borg, that make this possible. Thank you. And finally, a very special thank you to Seabass, to Sam, and to the entire class of 2016 for allowing us to be part of your special day. Thank you. I love a good commencement. And this is a good commencement. Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, I don't know, but I love all of it. I love the pomp and circumstance. The air is rich with excitement and anticipation about the future. The happy faces, the proud parents. I mean, heck, even the gothic muumuus and goofy hats with tassels. I love all of it. But what I love the most, what brings me back every year for graduation, is that look on your face, that unexpected pride. Think about it, fellas, ladies. What did you expect from today? What did you expect to feel on your graduation day? Was it what you feel right now? That unexpected pride boiling up inside of you, making you more thankful, more thoughtful, more focused, more nostalgic? It is because of this that I am so honored and humbled that you guys picked me, that you wanted me to be part of this special day and share in that special, unexpected pride. Though I must admit, it also makes me a bit intimidated, which is kind of surprising considering I talk in front of you every single day. But I am intimidated because I'm afraid I'm not sure I can do that unexpected pride justice. I'm not sure I can live up to the expectations you have for this speech. I mean, I'm just Mr. Lawrence. I'm just a young, rather unwise 28-year-old with a bad propensity to say dumb things. I mean, what do I have to offer you at this age? I'm not wise. Heck, I'm barely older than some of your siblings. What advice do I have to give? How can I live up to your expectations? But it was in these worries that I realized what I need to talk about. I realized that I am barely older than you. So close in age are we, in fact, that we are from the same generation, the millennials. We were born from the mid-'80s to the early 2000s. And we are different. We are young, and we are raised in the technological revolution. And we are currently entering the workforce with a very different view of this world. And with that come very different expectations that seem to be a bit unique in the history of our country. And I know that, I'm a history teacher. So what advice do I have for you? It's simple. I can give you some advice on what it means to be a millennial. We have all experienced the impact of expectations. For us, in everything from sports to work, from friendship to romance, from high school, as you'll find out, to college. And so far, many of you, all of you here, have met these expectations and exceeded these expectations. For example, tonight, this graduation, you were expected 12 years ago to walk across this stage. This was one of your expectations. But what I have to say isn't about management of your past expectations. What I have to say is about management of your future expectations. The expectations that the world seems to have for us as a generation. For young millennial adults. And yes, you are adults now, this is it. A student asked me the other day, what age do I become an adult? This seems to be a good one. So the choices you make from this point forward, guys, they'll affect you in every single way. So I sat down and I did some research. What are the expectations of the young millennials? I looked at the research, I thought about my own experiences, and I asked a lot of questions of other millennials as well as our elders and what they thought. And I came up with a short list, class of 2016, and it's not pretty. These are your expectations. That you will be lazy, you will feel entitled, you will be short-minded and short-sighted, and that you are soft. In fact, I even found a stat that 60% of Americans today are pessimistic about our future. That's the highest it's ever been, even higher than it was in the depths of the Cold War in 1966. I ask you, how does that make you feel? Do you agree with it? I hope not. Does it make you upset? Does it make you a little bit angry? But more importantly than anything is how are we as a generation going to manage these expectations? And I know a simple answer. Manage these expectations the same way you have managed all the expectations of you up to this point, by being you and knowing that actions will forever speak louder than words. Because when I hear that millennials are lazy, I think of the over 30 student athletes sitting in front of me that are living their childhood dream and going off to play college sports at all levels. I think of the number of students who are graduating with over a 4.0 GPA, and those who are already employed and working skilled labor jobs that will provide for not only them, but their future families. When I hear that you are entitled, I think of the students who are sacrificing their own futures for us by joining the United States military. That's a good reason to clap. When I hear short-sighted, I think of the over $7 million that you guys have raised in college scholarships. That's money at a time where most people struggle to gain financial and economic independence due to college debt. Trust me, I know. When I hear soft, I think of those students who are sitting in front of me right now, quietly and stoically struggling to persevere through challenges that would break the hearts of many, struggling against adversity without complaint and without looking for special treatment. For those who fit this bill, keep it up. Keep persevering. Keep powering on, because I promise you, that grit will be rewarded tenfold. Lazy, entitled, short-sighted, and soft. I don't see it, and I hope you don't either. They're wrong. You're right. Don't you guys see that to defeat these negative expectations, this pessimism about the future of the United States of America, we simply just have to decide that tomorrow isn't decided, that tomorrow is our choice. Tomorrow is written not by our expectations, but rather by our actions. So we must learn to manage these negative expectations and not give in to this pessimistic view of our future. The expectations by so many is that this generation somehow can't succeed. But when I look at your faces, I see only reason for optimism, success, and a reason to believe in a brighter tomorrow. So please, I beg you, do not give in to these negative expectations. Do not accept failure. Do not make excuses, for they are the nails that built the house of failure. Do not let them define you, but rather define your own history through your actions. Make America great. Give us a future we can believe in. Now you're probably thinking, oh, Mr. Lawrence, that's all fine and good. There's the old basketball coach giving me the rah-rah speech, but how am I supposed to do this? What actions do I need to take in order to accomplish this? What actions will lead to a better future? Sorry, I don't know. Like I said, I'm a millennial too. We're only in the same boat, guys. I'm trying to figure that out also. Sorry, Nooch. But I have been around a few more years than you guys, and I have experienced one or two things more, so I do have some advice. Four pieces of advice that have guided me through my most challenging times. Number one, trouble. Trouble is one of our worst creations as humans. And yes, we created trouble because trouble is illogical and unnatural, and only human beings have the ability to create the illogical and unnatural. However, the most illogical aspect of trouble is our love of squandering our time in trouble, surrounding ourselves with bad influences and negative choices because we are afraid to end a relationship. Well, class of 2016, how can you ever expect to soar with eagles when you insist on scavenging the dirt with chickens? So please, stay out of trouble. Number two goes closely with the first one, but it's different. Take the time to discern what is right in this world and have the wherewithal to do the right. Very rarely is the right going to be self-serving or immediately gratifying, but I promise you that choosing what is right will always lead to true and real happiness. So always try to do the right thing. Number 3, we are so blessed to live in the United States of America. The freedoms and liberties given to us are truly precious. Though this nation is not perfect, it will never be perfect. No nation can ever be perfect. You receive here in the United States a special gift. That gift is a fair opportunity, an opportunity to make your life whatever you want it to be, an opportunity granted to us by our right to a democratic choice. So whatever it is you want to be, make sure you take advantage of that opportunity. And make sure that you stand up for those opportunities for others. So be sure to always stand up for democracy. And number 4, finally, never forget to honor, respect, and love those who supported you and sacrificed so much to get you here, AKA those people over there and behind me too. They deserve that from you. Their self-sacrifice, support, and love has been integral into making you the men and women that are sitting in front of me today. Make sure you take the time to humble yourself and always tell your parents that you love them. So I guess to wrap this up nice and pretty and put a bow on it, to make this advice something that, for those of you that have had me, this should be reminding you, but for those of you that haven't, help it stick. Stay out of trouble. Do the right thing. Stand up for democracy. And tell your parents that you love them. Congratulations, class of 2016. I will truly miss you. Good luck and have a good life.
All right, 2016 graduates, are you ready? I know you are. We will now present the diplomas to the class of 2016. First row of seniors, please rise.
Matthew John Emilio.
Matheson M. Earhart.
Christopher David Antonucci.
Margot Lee Allison.
Frank James Arcuri.
Pamela Marie Altman.
Stephen John Aronson.
Adriana Gala Oribas.
Francis James Augustine.
Hannah Lynn Asbell.
Maxwell Rain Azori.
Rachel Faith Oren.
Stephen Joseph Babiak.
Nora Alexandra Barzak.
Zachary Leonard Bozzer.
Haley Nicole Badillion.
Gregory Patrick Bates.
Stephanie Lee Bell.
Daniel William Baumgart.
Allison Marlena Berry.
Alexander James Belak.
Stephanie Noel Biddle.
Logan Jacob Bell.
Demi Noel Blair.
Joseph Michael Beller.
Madison Kate Blasiak.
Brandon Paul Berenger.
Molly Catherine Bootman.
Jacob Kevin Bain.
Anna Marie Bovalina.
Robert Frederick Bolander III.
Rachel Aaron Brott.
Benjamin Douglas Brandt.
Jessica Louise Bolseco.
Eric Emil Brindle.
Margot Elizabeth Burkholder.
Cullen Jacob Brow.
Emily Elizabeth Burns.
Alexander Michael Brooker.
Kaylee Brianne Cabe.
Gregory Andrew Brooker.
Sarah Ann Caimano.
Aaron Michael Bubash.
Olivia Teresa Calfo.
Alec Jeffrey Bukaizo.
Gabriella Marie Capoza.
Trent Matthew Burns.
Madeline Marie Capoza.
Maxwell William Bazzelli.
Grace Christina Casper.
Andrew John Byrne.
Patricia Marie Cavallo.
Matthias John Campion.
Markella Ray Servinak.
Brody Nicholas Carreri.
Hannah Nicole Chaplin.
Nicholas Alexander Chapman.
Leah Morgan Chappell.
Cameron H. Chiani.
Courtney Lynn Cherry.
Adam Foster Cisney.
Marley Grace Klistick.
Michael Raymond Klosky.
Yeram Chung.
Nicholas John Cooper.
Sarah Gordon Saferno. Sorry, mic went out.
Stephen Ray Crawford.
Cassandra Jane Clark.
Ting Doc Dane.
Anna Elizabeth Kako.
Philip Justice Davis.
Madeline Carol Kako.
Jacob Larry Dean.
Kate Marissa Colbert.
James Joseph Xavier D'Angelo.
Rachel Elizabeth Corrigan.
John Connor Delaney.
Sarah Ann Cox.
Vincent Reed Dorenzo.
Amy Lynn Crumming-Ducarme.
Jonathan Cyril Despenis.
Caroline Elizabeth Curran.
Blake McKinley Dickey.
Alexis Carol Daly.
Brendan Matthew Dollard.
Sienna Marie Del Sandro.
Christopher Jordan Doty.
Helen Elizabeth Daly.
Ryan Kenneth Dowd.
Parker Kelly Delaney.
Benjamin Lawrence Doyle.
Emily Ann Dembrack.
Jacob Alexander Dumas.
Danielle Maria Dorenzo.
Robert Matthew Diamond.
Lauren Nicole DeCello.
Matthew Callahan Ellsworth.
Mallory Jean Duane.
Nicholas Robert Enders.
Courtney Lynn Ecker.
Bennett William Filoni.
Corey Elizabeth Ensley.
Joseph Andrew Fick.
Jesselyn Nicole Fada.
Connor Richard Fitzgerald.
Hannah Ray Falcioni.
Kevin David Forsythe.
Jennifer Maria Beckos.
Jeremy Charles Frank.
Bailey Louise Fink.
Ryan Walker Frizzell.
Jane Maureen Fitzgerald.
Demetrius Paniotti Draganis.
Emily Ann Fornoff.
Sage Michael Gatto.
Lillian Jean Fornoff.
Ian Gray Gauchi.
Kelly Marie Galani.
Santino Robert Gentili.
Lindsay Renee Galler.
Zachary Weber Gililowski.
Nora Mae Greger. Vincenzo Joseph Giovanetti. Hannah Nicole Gregorick. Caleb Hill Glenn.
Julia Elizabeth Gretz.
Brendan Michael Hamilton.
Chloe Charlotte Gribb.
Travis George Herricle.
Casey Alexandra Gudenbar.
Jesse Edward Parker.
Haley Lauren Hampshin.
William Russell Hawk.
Aaron Kelly Hannigan.
John Paul Held.
Shannon Riley Hannigan.
Joshua Charles Hilzendegger.
Emmy Jane Harding.
Sean Kenneth Hickson.
Caitlin Marie Hartbauer.
Todd Michael Herpy II.
Angela Marie Heisinger.
Spencer Aaron Holmes.
Erin Emily Helbig.
Luke Joseph Hurley.
Shauna Marie Heinman.
Adam Michael Jaworski.
Megan Catherine Hickson.
Bradley Eisenhower Johnson.
Stephanie Ray Hopta.
Kyle Garrett Johnson.
Sarah Isaac.
Michael Boyd Johnson.
Jenna Fitzgerald Jacobs.
Zachary Douglas Jones.
Alyssa Marie James.
Boomer Brendan Michael Kemp.
Christina Leah Caker.
Scott Robert Kerner.
Kendall Lee Cadell.
William Jacob Katire.
Haley J. Kennedy.
Shane Charles Colson.
Madison Lee Kerr.
Colin Jeffrey Kovacs.
Erin Patricia Killen.
Ryan Patrick Krebs.
Hannah Kim. Hannah Kim.
Anthony Mark La Rosa.
Megan Elizabeth Kinney.
Sean William Lawrence.
Nicole Rose Kittleberger.
Samuel Paul Lindsay.
Mia Christine Kanavish.
Tyler David Lindsay.
Carson Elizabeth Kochman.
Scott Andrew Listen.
Soraya Yasmin Kronewetter.
William Bruce Lusk.
Sinclair Evelyn Kuhn.
Ross Andrew Madler.
Madeline Rose Lavinia.
Samuel Gregory Madler.
Rebecca Ann Layton.
Michael Andrew Majewski.
Christina Louise Lee.
Logan Paul Maloney.
Chelsea Taylor Leach.
Daniel Clay Mankemeyer.
Cassidy Ann Lego.
Connor Patrick Manning.
Logan Joe Lehrman.
Paul Joseph Marchkey.
Olivia Louise Lang.
Michael Andrew Marinelli.
Devin Nicole Leonhardt.
Kelson Morgan Marisa.
Sabrina Jenshing Liu.
Michael Ryan Marr.
Madeline Pearl Lovett.
Nicholas Alexander Martin.
Catherine J. Lutner.
Samuel A. Marks.
Anna Louise Lyle.
Matthew James Masucci.
Isabel Christine Mayer.
Michael Francis McElhavy Jr.
Melina Louise Mancini.
Brady Seamus McCall.
Hannah Elizabeth Marcinek.
Anthony Patrick McElroy.
Abigail Lynn Marnick.
Frank Patrick Mayola Jr.
Addison Taylor Mary.
Charles Henry Myers.
Anastasia Valerie Marsh.
Wesley Burl Michalski.
Isabella Terry Maceo.
Christopher Allen Mickick.
Caitlin Ashley McCall.
Caleb James Miller.
Jillian Christine McCloskey.
James Tyler Minton.
Callie Summer McCluskey.
Mark Edward Mizikar.
Riley Paige McGlumphy.
Alex Francis Mundy.
Aubrey Lynn McKee.
Jacob Adam Natterlick.
Hannah Riley McPeak.
Michael David Newman.
Royan Mirzada.
William Ray Neeson.
Victoria Michelle Mayola.
Kenneth Harrison Nix.
Andrea Lynn Myers.
Hunter Reed Normand.
Catherine Marion Michalski.
James Richard Oberleitner.
Melina Marie Menarson.
Neil Joseph Olade.
Cameron Christine Morgan.
Anthony Louis Oliva.
Abigail Rose Morrow.
Logan Andrew Ondos.
Kaylee Elizabeth Morrow.
Christian Michael Ordonez.
Krista Louise Mortland.
Alexander Thomas Orifici.
Sydney Aaron Norton.
Ryan Eric Ortowski.
Anna Kim O'Brien.
Ryan Patrick Page.
Carrie Ann O'Connor.
Dimitri Miles Pahantis.
Natalie Elizabeth Olivo.
Andrew William Parker.
Lueva Paulu Benson.
John William Paschal.
Olivia Margaret Pettigrew.
Brody Austin Paul.
Amanda Lee Petuch.
Peter John Pollock.
Kylie Joe Pollock.
Nicholas Charles Petrarca.
Catherine Ann Puckett.
Brady Stewart Pike.
Gabrielle Grace Quatcher.
Jacob Christopher Pisarcik.
Carolyn Ann Radner.
John Robert Platt II.
Rebecca Josephine Ralston.
Ash Gavin Pusateri.
Lexi Marie Rhodes.
Philip Ripepi Quinn.
Mohar Roy.
Jordan David Rinaldo.
Lily Catherine Russell.
Jacob Richard Reardon.
Katerina Carol Sankow.
Zachary Winfield Ryle.
Brenna Gabrielle Schuler.
Nicholas Carmen Ritaco.
Sierra Madeleine Sukutula.
Zachary Alexander Rothar.
Stephanie Morgan Shakespeare.
Hayden Tobias Roy.
Brianna Marie Smith.
Tyler Lewis Shinozi.
Brianna J. Spolaris.
John Russell Schlafman.
Sarah Michelle Stabeline.
Connor James Schmidt.
Shannon Michelle Steiner.
Connor Eric Schwartz.
Melanie Elizabeth Stevens.
Frank William Scott.
Abigail Joelle Strennan.
Peter Donald Selinsky.
Caitlin Marie Stricker.
Dylan Scott Serena.
Mackenzie Lauren Such.
Caden Edward Offmith Shell.
Lauren Victoria Tamelia.
Jeremy Michael Shestak.
Amber Lynn Thomas.
Jake Elliott Shopes.
Elizabeth Caroline Throckmorton.
Chase Javier Serrera.
Mara Elizabeth Tomlin.
Austin Patrick Smith.
Rhiannon Quinn Valentine.
Jacob William Solon.
Sierra Lee Verwer.
Brian Robert Sauer.
Jessica Taylor Vierheller.
Peyton Richard Stark.
Sydney Taylor Vins.
Alec Ross Stoppridge.
Jennifer Lynn Voss.
Brian Michael Stumpo.
Mariah Danielle Vucic.
Paul Stephen Suchko.
Brooke Elizabeth Volcano.
Justice S.R. Thompson.
Sheridan Lee Wagner.
Jonathan Christopher Todd.
Nicole Casey Wall.
Matthew Ryan Tylinda.
Margaret Kathleen Watson.
Tyler James Ulrich.
Emily Rose Watterson.
Nathaniel John Unch.
Brianne Elizabeth Wenk.
Nicholas Ryan Valentic.
Celia Elizabeth Werner.
Samuel Lee Verner.
Rebecca Ann Westhoven.
Matthew Thomas Wagon.
Taylor Kate Weary.
Samuel Michael Wallets.
Aaron Anise Whipperman.
Sean Casey Watson.
Anna Josephine Wisniewski.
Robert Frederick Webster.
Allison Marie Walkley.
Gary Lee James Welsh III.
Brianna Lee Wenschel.
Alex Michael Westwood.
Gabrielle Lois Zachariah.
Ross Preston Nicholas Wickline.
Caroline Amy Zirkle.
Addison Clay Winterhalter.
Ron Zhuang.
Nicholas Joseph Wolk.
Anna Katerina Zulo Aga.
Michael Robert Wright. Clayton Scott Yates. Sebastian Richard Yaka. Casey Angelo Zakis.
Please welcome Dr. French to certify the graduates.
Now, with the authority vested in me by the Secretary of Education of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I pronounce the class 2016 for the Peters Township High School graduated.
Congratulations, graduates. Gentlemen, have a seat for 1 second. This concludes our 2016 commencement ceremony. As typical, our boys are celebrating early. Thank you for celebrating with us, and best of luck to our 2016 Peters Township alumni. Congratulations, graduates. I guess I don't need to tell them to now celebrate. Families are now welcome to join our graduates on the field. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you.